Tonight's headlines: Duterte Oks hazard pay for government workers. NGCP lifts red and yellow alert. Palace assures 1 billion peso standby fund for Dante response. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,240,716. Domagoso urges face shields use halt. Dante to bring rains over the country. PSEi rallies on easing restrictions. And Philippines luring Chinese investors for merchant power plants. Good evening. Today is Wednesday, June 2, 2021. I'm Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. President Rodrigo Duterte has approved the granting of hazard pay to all government workers who had to physically report for work during the modified enhanced community quarantine period from April 12 until either May 14 or May 31. Through Administrative Order 43 issued on Wednesday, Duterte amended AO 26, which only granted hazard pay to government workers required to physically report on site for their job during the ECQ period. AO 43 provides that the budget for the hazard pay for local government unit workers will come from the 2021 local government funds. Hazard pay for those in government-owned and controlled corporations, on the other hand, will be funded by each GOCC's corporate operating budget for 2021. The National Grid Corporation of the Philippines on Wednesday lifted the red and yellow alert status amongst almost 6 hours after it was raised. The grid operator placed the Luzon grid under yellow alert from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m., and red alert from 5 p.m. from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., indicating that there is zero ancillary services or a generation deficiency exists. Available capacity is at 11,260 megawatts, while the operating requirement is at 11,976 megawatts, resulting in an operating margin deficiency of negative 716. In a separate statement, the Department of Energy said the alert statuses were lifted due to low system demand and synchronization of SUWAL Unit 2. Malacanang announced that the Department of Social Welfare and Development has set aside 1.105 billion pesos as standby fund, including 113 million pesos worth of 222,382 food packs for families who will be affected by Storm Dante. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said concerned agencies are on top of the situation as the storm batters several provinces in the Visayas and Mindanao. Roque said the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council has conducted a pre-disaster risk assessment for Dante last May 31 and had consequently issued the necessary warnings and reminders to the local government units on the implementation of preparedness activities and preemptive evacuation of communities in hazard-prone areas. The response groups of the Philippine Coast Guard have also been assisting in evacuation and rescue operations in flooded areas. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it to centers, pati sa mga parties may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
The Department of Health reported 5,257 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Wednesday to bring the total number of infected in the country to 1,240,716, even as 3 laboratories failed to submit data on time. This brought the active cases to 52,132, and of the total, 93.1% are mild, 2.3% are asymptomatic, 1.9% are severe, and 1.5% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,167,400 after 6,266 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 21,158 following 146 fatalities recorded. Data also show that 57% of the country's intensive care unit beds are in use, while 38% of the mechanical ventilators are occupied. In other news, Manila Mayor Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso urged the national government to stop requiring the public to wear face shields outside their homes amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The Manila mayor stressed that the Philippines is now the only country in the world which still requires wearing a face shield outside, adding that face shields should only be worn inside hospitals. In April, the Philippine National Police said most of the violations in police officers in implementing the health protocols was the failure to wear face shields. The Department of Health has said that bikers and other active commuters were not required to wear face shields amid increasing reports of arrests. State Weather Bureau Pagasa on Wednesday announced that Tropical Storm Dante and localized thunderstorms will bring rains over the country. In its 24-hour forecast, Pagasa said the center of Dante was located in the vicinity of Victoria, Oriental Mindoro at 3 p.m. with maximum sustained winds of 65 km per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 90 km per hour. It is moving west at 15 km per hour. Pagasa said stormy weather conditions will prevail over Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, Batangas, Romblon, Marinduque, and Mindoro provinces. Metro Manila and the rest of Central Luzon and Calabarzon will experience rains with gusty winds, while Bicol region, Central and Western Visayas, Pangasinan, La Union, Benguet, and Palawan will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
In business, share prices on the Philippine Stock Exchange rallied on Wednesday as investors cheered the local developments which are seen to boost the country's further economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. The bellwether PSEi gained 214.26 points or 3.23% to 6,841.69 at the closing bell. The broader all shares increased by 94.68 points or 2.35% to 4,117.98. AAA Equities Head of Research Chris Mangun said the passing of Bayanihan 3 and the easing of some restrictions such as leisure travel help improve market sentiment. More than 1.899 billion shares valued at 9.505 billion pesos changed hands. Advancers led decliners 153 to 52, and 49 issues were unchanged. And Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi said the Philippine government has been pushing for the establishment of merchant power plants specifically aimed at augmenting power reserves should the need arise. Cusi said that the government is convincing Chinese investors to put merchant power plants in the country. The energy chief also floated the possibility of conducting a policy debate or a study on how the government can participate in the power sector. For 2 days straight, the Luzon grid has been placed under red alert and yellow alert status due to thin reserves resulting from planned and unplanned outages of several power plants. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katribu. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap. It's a wrap, just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing. You know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Hatch something big. The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City hatchback. Hatch more life.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.